Welcome to the new product management class. This is Professor Ben Liu. We will spend the next several weeks together during this summer session for you to learn about the new product management. Before you begin, please make sure that you have downloaded the handout file that I post in the class blackboard and print out the hard copy in front of you, so you can fill out those blank from the information that you will be receiving from the lecture. Now let's begin with the first topics: new product management. A few hundred, a few
How many
thousand
products do you think that
Good
an
guess.
average supermarket carry?
The average number
Make a
of
guess.
products carry in
A few hundred?
a
A
supermarket
few thousand?
increased from
Good guess.
1980s through
Look at the following.
2005.
The average number of
From
products
11,000
carry
to
in
25,000, as you can see from this table.
supermarkets increased from 1980s through
the
2005.
number of the new products
from
introduced
11,000 to 25,000
to the supermarkets
from
annually.
this table.
Anyone has an idea how many items?
And
The
number
following
of the new products
chart show us
introduced
it was
in
also
to the supermarkets
in the
annually.
similar
Anyone has an
range.
idea how many items?
starting from about
The following
13,000
chart shows us
increasing to
it was also
year 1998
in the similar
stabilized in
range.
25,000.
starting from
And this number has
about
been
13,000
approximately in this level.
increasing to
So,
year
look,
1998
if we compare
stabilizing in
these two
25,000.
numbers,
And
the
this
number of
has been
products
approximately
carried
in this level.
an average supermarket
Look, if we
recently has been
compare
around 25,000.
these two numbers,
And the number of new products
carried
remember, it's
in
new product
an average
introduced
supermarket
into the
recently
market
has been around 25,000.
has been also around
And the
25,000
number of
items.
new products
So what
remember,
do
it's new
these
product
two numbers together
introduced
tells us?
into the market
It tells us
has been also around 25,000
the average
items.
product life
So
cycle
what do
for
these two numbers
products
together
in
tells
the
us?
supermarket would last
It tells
for about
us
1 year.
That
Why? Because
the
the
average
number carried
product
is
life cycle
25,000,
for
and every year there
products
are about
in the
25,000 new
supermarket
products
will last for
introduced
about
into
1
market.
year. Why?
So,
Because the
that means,
number
the
carry
new
is
pro-
25,000,
the
and
products,
every year there are
average
about
life-
25,000 new products
lifespan is
introduced
about
into the
is
market.
1 year.
So
And also we know
that means
there are
the
many
new any
successful
the
products.
Yeah,
They have been
average
in the
life
market for more than
lifespan
1 decade,
is about
even
is
1 century.
1 year.
Like
And also
ivory
we know
is one
there are
example.
many
It lasts for more than 100
successful
years.
products.
So
They have
if
been
they
in
are
the market for more than 1
products
decade, even
in
1
the market
century.
for so long,
Like ivory
decades
is one
or century,
example. It lasts for
then
more than
it
100
means
years.
some
So if
products
there are
have to be
products
shorter
in the market
than
for
1 year,
so long,
so that the average will be 1
decades
year,
or century,
right? So
then
which tells
it
us
means
that
some
that
products
new products
have to be
a lot of them
shorter
do not
than 1
even,
year, so that the average
last
will be 1 year,
for
right? So
1
which
year
tells us
in the market.
that new products, a lot of them
Now that
do not
there are
even
so
last
many,
for
the risk
1
of
year in the
introducing
market.
new product is high, and many new products do not
Now
make
that
it
there
for more
are
than 1 year.
So many,
we still see
the risk
25,000
of introducing new product is high.
packaged good grocery
And
items
many new products do
have
not
been introduced
make
into
it
the market
for more
annually.
than 1 year.
So
But we
why
still
are
see
new product needed?
25,000
That's the
new
next questions. we need
packaged
to
good
understand.
grocery items
and
have been
here
introduced
we-
into the market
we need
annually.
we can look at
So why are new product
the
needed?
reasons in two
That's the
categories.
next questions we need to
External
understand.
pressure,
And,
which
here
are the
we need
factors
we
coming
can look
from
at
outside
the
company,
reasons in
as
two
well
categories.
as well as
External
internal pressure. The
Pressure,
the
which are
factors
the
driving
factors
the
coming
introduction of new
from
products,
outside the company,
because of internal
as well as
needs.
internal
So we'll begin with
pressure.
looking at the external pressure.
The factors
Okay.
driving
What are some
the introduction
examples
of new products
of the factors
because of internal
coming
needs.
from
So
external?
we will begin with looking
Number
at the
one
external pressure.
It's mainly competition.
What are some examples of
competitions
the factors
make the
coming from external?
competitors? When competitors
Number
bring,
one, it's
bring
mainly
in
competition.
superior product into the market,
Competitions
marketers
the
have to
competitors bring,
for example, if you look at
in superior product into the market.
This slide shows
Then
us
marketers
shampoo
have to
products.
respond to it. For
Specific
example,
brand
if you
is
look
PERT.
at the next slide.
PERT. Many of you
This slide shows us
have used or heard
the
about this brand
shampoo
name.
products.
It was quite successful.
Specific
And
brand
after
is PERT.
Sometime this
PERT,
product is
many of
introduced
you
into the market.
have
If we
used
look
or
at the
heard
left-hand
about
side,
this brand name. It was
yeah,
quite successful.
it's
And after some time, this product is introduced into the
introduction,
market.
growth,
If we look at the left-hand
and,
side,
maturity.
yeah,
Perhaps
it's,
this product is already in
know,
declining stage.
through the
So a lot of price
introduction,
competitions going on.
growth, and
In order to keep these
maturity,
products
perhaps
moving
this
in the
product is
market,
already in declining stage.
the marketers
So a lot of price competitions
use
going on
very deep
in
price
order
cut,
to keep
sales-
these products
sales promotion
moving in the
to
market.
move these products.
The
As you can
marketers
see from the left hand side,
use
very
very
provide
deep price cut
$2.50
sales promotion.
okay. And
to
how much
move
is
these
the price?
products? As you can
You
see
can
from
find
the
is
left-hand side,
$2.99.
so
If
it
you
provides
charge
$2.50
and
refund.
provide $2.50 refund.
Okay. And how much
much
is the
total?
price?
This
You can
bottle
find
of
is
PERT
$2.99.
shampoo is going
So
to cost
if we charge
or the
$2.99 and
market is
provide
going to,
$2.50 refund,
to receive,
how much is
it's the
total?
difference between $2.99 and
This
$2.50.
bottle of PERT
49
shampoo
cents only.
is going to cost you,
Yeah.
or the
And,
market is going to.
In
to
order
receive.
to
It's the difference
deal
between
with
$2.99 and
such
$2.50.
kind of
So
price
49 cents
competition,
only.
one effective way
And
is introducing new
in
products
order to
into the market.
deal
So
with
look at the right-hand
such
side.
kind of
There's a
price competition.
PERT plus
One effective way
reformulation
is
some
introducing
additional
new
ingredient,
products into
additional
the market.
benefit.
So
and
look
some
at the right-hand
improvement.
side. There's
This kind of new
PERT
product
plus
introduced into the market
reformulation,
enable
some
the
additional
marketers
ingredient, additional
not
benefit,
only
and some improvement.
not only doesn't have to
This kind of new
continue
products
provide
introduced
the
into the market
dip,
enable
refund, sales
the
promotion.
marketers not
also,
only
if you look at the price,
not only
also
doesn't have
increase
to
from
continue
$2.99 to
provide
$3.79.
the dip, refund,
The
sales
new
promotion.
product introduction provides
Also, if you look at the
justification
price
to
also
increase the price
from $2.99 to
as well as not to
$3.79.
continue providing
The new product
the
introduction
cutthroat,
provides justification
heavy
to increase the
sales
price,
promotion.
as well as not to continue
So,
providing
between these two,
the
we can see
cutthroating
introduction of the
heavy
new product is very
sales
important
promotion, price
for
cut.
the companies.
So
That's one.
between these two,
Secondly,
we can see
we also
the introduction
find
of
the
the new
technology also
is very
influence
important
the
for
needs
the
of new
companies.
products.
That's one.
Here,
Secondly,
at least
we
two
also
example.
can find
How
the
many of you heard
technology
about slide rule?
also influence the needs of new products.
Slide rule was very
Here,
useful.
At least two
Calculate.
How many of you heard about slide rule?
Instruments before handheld calculator?
Slide rule was very
introduced
useful
in mid
calculating
1970s.
instruments
As an engineering
before
student myself,
handheld calculator
when I was in
introduced.
engineering school,
in,
we were told to
mid
use slide rule.
1970s.
But later on, when handheld
As an
calculator
engineering
was
student
introduced,
myself,
the slide rule is
when I
no
was
longer
in engineering school, we were told to
needed in
use
the
slide
market.
rule.
The second
But
case
later
here
on,
is a
when
light bulb
handheld calculator was
replaced the
introduced,
candle.
the slide rule is no longer
Now, the candle
needed in the market.
are no longer used.
The second
for
case here is a
illumination.
light bulb
Rather,
replaced the
candles
candle.
are used
Right?
to increase
Now,
the
the
romantic
candle
ambient.
are no longer
Right?
used for
So,
illumination.
those are two examples
Rather,
of
candles
technology
are
innovations
to
can drive,
increase
the new products
romantic
into the
ambient. Right?
market.
So
And,
those
also
are two
drive
examples
of
of
out of
technology innovations
the product using
can
out of
drive
the technology
the new products into the
to be out of the market.
and
Okay.
also
Number
drive
three is the
out of
material
the technology, the product using out of the technology.
As we can see, many
out of the
materials
markets.
are no longer
Okay. Number
that
three is
abundant,
the material
including
scarcity.
water, air.
As we can see,
the
many
woods.
materials are
Right?
no longer.
Look, we used to use
abundant,
paper towels to
including
dry our hands.
water,
Paper towels come from
the wood
plant, come from trees.
Right? Look,
And as
we used to use
the
paper
entire
towels to
society
dry our
become
hands.
more
paper towels come from
aware of that trees
come from
not,
trees,
unlimited,
and as
resources.
entire
in the world,
societies become
on Earth.
more
So
sensitive,
they
aware
give the
of
pressure
that
for
trees
some
are
marketers
not unlimited
to introduce hot air hand
resources
dryers.
in the world
And we
on
use-
Earth.
We
So
know, these two types
They
of products
that give the
and
pressure
use them
for some
perhaps.
marketers
Okay.
to
So
introduce
that's
hot air
example
hand
of
dryers.
how material scarcity
And
can
we use
drive the new
we know
products,
these two type of
to be
products
introduced into
and
the
use
market.
them perhaps.
Number
Okay.
4,
So
is
that's
government
example
regulation.
of how material scarcity can drive the new
Remember
products
that
to be
here,
introduced into
nowadays
the market.
we typically
Number
use
4
all the gasolines
is
are
government
unleaded.
regulation.
But there were time that
Remember
gasoline was leaded.
that here
Actually,
nowadays
leaded gasoline
we typically
had
use
the
all the gasolines are
um,
unleaded.
benefit.
But there were
of,
time
lubricating
that gasoline
the
was
engine,
leaded.
so engine can run
Actually,
smoothly.
leaded gasoline
However,
had the
because of the air
benefit
or the gas
of
the-
lubricating
the air
the engine, so engine can
emitted
run
from
smoothly.
engines,
However,
using
because of the
leaded gasoline
the air or the gas
is containing polluted
the air
ingredient.
emitted from
So,
engines
governments
using
set up the
leaded
regulation
gasoline
and
it's
banned,
is
using the leaded
containing
gasoline.
polluted
So nowadays we don't find them
ingredient.
anymore.
So
all the gas
governments
are unleaded.
set up the regulation.
Also in California
and
and
using the leaded
automobiles,
gasoline.
because
so nowadays we
California
don't find them anymore.
has been suffering
all
from
the
severe
gasolines are
air
unleaded.
pollution. So
Also,
the government
in California
request
and automobiles,
all the
because
automobiles
California
to be sold
has
in
been
that
suffering
area
from severe
need
air
to be,
pollution. So the governments
equipped
in
with a
California
special
request all the
exhaustion
automobile
system
to be
reduce
sold in
the,
that area need to be
undesirables
equipped with a special exhaustion system
polluted things
to reduce
emitted
the,
from the automobile. Okay.
undesirables.
On average, it will cost about
airs
$1,300 to
polluted
$1,500
to
more
be
for this
emitted
special
from the
exhaustion system.
automobile. Okay.
So if you buy
So
car in California,
On
typically
average,
have,
it will
such
cost about
a cost
$1,300 to
increase,
$1,500 more
increase
for
as
this
well.
special exhaustion
Then
system.
the last one here
So
mentioned
if you
is
buy
the
car in California,
Freon.
typically would have such a
because Freon was
cost
considered
increase and price.
those
increase
Freons
as
when leak.
Then
from
the last one here
refrigerating
mentioned is the
system.
Freon.
Air
Because
conditioner,
Freon was considered
refrigerator, you name it.
those
For a
Freons
long time,
when
Freon
leak
was the
from the
heat
refrigerating
exchange media.
system.
But
Okay.
those
air
leak
conditioner
Freons
refrigerator
evaporated, and
for a long time
damaged
Freon
the
was the
ozone.
heat exchange
So
media.
now,
But
the government
those
request
leak
Freon to
Freons
be,
evaporated
abandoned.
and damage the ozone.
New
So
technology.
now
research
government's
development,
request Freon
development
to be
research and development R&D
abandoned.
found some substitutes, and those substitutes
new
now
technology
are permitted
research
to be used,
and development
Freons no longer.
research and
So,
development R&D
if
found some
the
substitutes.
new products, for
and
example,
those substitutes now
air conditioning
are permitted
in,
to be used, and Freons no
automobile
longer.
or
Okay.
at home
So,
alike.
If
would have
the
need
new
to
products,
have,
for example, the
design using
air
Freon
conditioner
substitute
in
rather than Freon itself, and
automobile
those are, at
new
home
products,
alike. Okay.
would need to have the
Then
design using
those
Freon
four
substitute
are
rather
example
than
of
Freon
external
itself.
pressure. And
And
how about
those are
internal pressure?
New products.
The fourth
Okay.
of the internal pressure, which
Then,
which
those
you can
four
see
are
is
example
listed
of
as
external
number
pressure.
5.
And how about
Okay.
internal pressure?
Continue from
Yeah.
the previous.
The fourth
four,
of the internal pressure,
factors
which
we
I
discussed, is the
which
company's
you can see
objective
is listed
to grow.
as number 5.
Okay. Let's look at next
Continue
slide.
from the previous
If
four
a company
factors
wanted to
we
grow
discussed.
using
the company's objective
existing products
to grow.
and to grow in the
Let's look at
current
next
market,
slide.
that would
If
be
a
the
companies wanted to
left
grow
upper corner,
using
then the company
existing
has
products
to penetrate into
and
the
to
market.
grow in the current
To
market,
penetrate deeper
that would
into
be
the
the,
current market in
left
order to
upper corner, then
to grow.
the company has to
This we
penetrate
call
into the market.
the market penetration
To
strategy.
penetrate deeper into the current market.
Next strategy is
in order to
using
to grow.
introducing the existing
This we
products
call the
into
market
a new
penetration
market.
strategy.
Can be
Next strategy is
from
in
using current state to
introducing the
or
existing
current
products
country to
into a
foreign
new
country.
market.
This we call market
Can be
development.
from
The third
current state to another
strategy
state
is
or current country
introducing
to a foreign
new
country.
products into
This we
the
call
current
market
market
development.
that we are
The third
serving. This we call
strategy
product
is
development
introducing
strategy, or somehow
new
we can
products
say new product
into the
development
current market
okay,
that we
Yeah.
are serving.
And like we are
This we
selling
call product
detergents
development strategy,
to
or sometimes we
this
can
group of-
say new
this group
product
of
development
people.
strategy.
And
Okay,
then
Yeah.
we add another
and like we are
product item.
selling
For example,
detergents to
the oral hygiene
this group of people.
products, toothpaste.
Then
in
we
addition
add
to the
another
dishwasher detergent.
product item.
Okay.
For example,
If your companies
the oral hygiene
produce
products,
market
toothpaste,
both
in addition
items
to the
or both
dishwasher
product line,
detergent.
then
Okay.
you can do
If,
so for
your
the same group of
companies
people
can
as product
produce and
Then the
market
last one is
both
introducing
items
new product
or
to
both
a
product
new
line.
market. This we
then
call
you can do so for the same group of people as
diversification.
product development.
Okay.
Then the last
So
one
among
is
all
introducing
four
new product to
major
a new
type of
market.
strategy
This we call
that
diversification.
business use
Diversification.
to increase
Okay,
their
so
business.
among
or
all
to
four
Two
major
of them
type of strategy
involve
that
developing new products,
business use
introducing new
to
product. So
increase
which is
their
50%
business
chance
or to grow,
that
two
will
of them
involve new product
involve
development.
developing new product, introducing new
Financial
product.
goals,
So which is
another
50%
reason
chance
to that it needs
the
of new
will
products.
involve new product.
Company typically wanted to increase
Financial
profits,
goals
return on
is
investment,
another reason
and dividends
to
to
the
their,
needs of
for
new
their
products.
shareholders.
Company
From the next
typically
slide,
wanted to
it
increase
become evident
profit,
that introducing
return
new
on
products
investment,
is
and
an
dividends
effective way to achieve
their,
this goal.
for their shareholders.
This
From the
slide
next
shows
slide,
the contribution of
it
new
become
products
evident that
the
introducing
profit
new products is
by
an
industry.
effective way to
As
achieve
you can
this
see
goal.
on the first line,
This slide shows the contribution of new
across
product
all the
to the
industries,
profit
typically
by industry.
the profits
As you can see on the
they
first
contribute by
line,
new products. It's
about
about
across all the
31
industries,
to
typically
32%, which
the
is about
profits
1/3
they
of the
contribute
profits
by new
for the
products.
companies
It's about
coming from the new
31
products. Okay.
to 32%,
And, of course,
which is about
in
1/3
some
of the profits
information
for the
this
companies
contribution is even
coming from
larger.
the new products.
For example, for
Okay.
information
And,
processing,
of course,
the
in
high-tech
some
industry,
information,
is
this contribution is even
45%,
larger.
or 44,
For example,
43%
for
or so.
information processing,
And for
the
some
high-tech
industry, like a consumer
industry,
non-durables,
it's
about
45%
25%.
or 44,
Regardless, it's
43%
25
or so.
or 44%.
And for some industry, like a
If we
consumer
understand
non-durables, it's about
in
25%.
average, the number of new products
Regardless,
for a
it's
typical
25
company
or
is
44%.
less than 5%.
If we
Some
understand
company even
in
has,
average,
less than 1%.
the number of new
Average
products
is
for
less than
typical
5%
companies
of
is
the product
less than
carry
5%.
or market.
Some
by a
company even has
are new
less than
products.
1%. Average
So
is
for
less than
5%,
5%
let's take the
of
high
the
end.
product carry
5%
or market by a
of the
company
new products can
are new
contribute
products.
average.
So
almost
for 5%,
1/3
let's take
of
the
the
high
profit.
end. 5%
Then that shows
of the new products
profitable
can contribute
new
average
products,
almost
can
1/3
contribute to the
of
company.
the profit.
Okay.
Then
So
that shows
that's
how
that's
profitable
the reason
new products
that in order
can
to achieve the
contribute to the
financial
company.
goal, new products
So
are used
that's
to help
that's the reason
such goal.
that in order
Then
to achieve
any
the financial
other
goal, new
factors that
products
you can think of,
are used to
give
help
some thought.
such goal.
Otherwise,
Then
let's take
any
a look.
other
First
factors
one
that you can think
is
of,
we know the customers
give
they
some thought.
request. There are situations
Otherwise,
that
let's take a look.
customers are not
First one
satisfied
is we
with
know
current
customers
available
they request.
existing
There are situations
solution that including
customers
typically
are not
supplied form of
satisfied
products
with
in the market.
current
So
available
sometimes those
existing
customers
solution,
including
and
brave
typically
enough
by the form of
to
products
come
in the market.
communicate with the
So
supplier.
sometimes those
Can you give us
customers,
this? Can you give us that? And
brave
good
enough
marketers pay attention to
come
such
communicate with the
feedback.
supplier.
And
Can you
use
give
it
us this?
to
Can you give
develop
us that?
their next
And
new
the good
products.
marketers pay
Also,
attention to such
Customers' needs and
feedback
wants, even their
and
tests,
use it to
change
develop
over
their
time.
next new
Okay, the
products.
triangle here means change.
Also, customers'
Yeah.
needs and
Look,
wants,
even just the
their
color,
test,
or just
change
the,
over time.
the shape.
Okay, the triangle
Change over
here means
time.
change.
Think about the
Look, even just the color or just
the carpet
the
in a
shape
typical house.
change over time.
It used
Think
to be
about
darker color, brown,
the carpet
even green
in
or
a typical
golden
house.
or orange.
It used to be
If you
darker
ever
color,
visit your
brown,
grandparents' home,
even green
perhaps,
or golden,
can
or
still see the
orange.
kind of carpets in
If
those
you ever
houses,
visit your
be it much earlier.
grandparents'
And
home,
what happened
perhaps
typically are much
can still
brighter
see the
colors,
kind of
right?
carpets in those
That's just one
houses,
example, and you can
be it
name
much
many
earlier.
others.
And
Consumers'
what happened now?
needs and wants and
Typically
tastes
are much
change.
brighter colors.
When
right?
those change, then product
That's
needs
just
to
one
be
example,
modified.
and you can name
New
many
products
others. Consumers' needs and wants
introduced.
and tastes change.
Globalization
When
also
those
leads to
change,
the
the
new
product need to be
Some
modified.
products are familiar
New
in
products
this country,
need to be
may not be so
introduced.
to another country. And vice
Globalization also
So
leads
when
to the new products.
the entire
Some products
world,
are familiar in this
people
country,
communicate
may not
with,
be so
with each
to
other
another
much
country,
more.
and vice versa.
And so
when
we learn
the
to
entire
use new
world,
products from other cultures,
people
other
communicate
countries,
with each
and
other
vice
much
versa.
more,
right?
and so
The third one here
learn to
is
use new
lifestyle.
products from other cultures.
Think about
other
lifestyle
countries'
change. Think
nature,
about
and vice versa.
the main
Right?
reason of drinking
The third one here is lifestyle.
coffee. For a
Think
long time
about
is
lifestyle
people
change. Think
need
about
the caffeine.
The main
to
reason of
pump up,
drinking
their energy level. But after
coffee.
a while,
for a long
the
time
entire
is
society's
people
lifestyle
need the
change.
caffeine
Now much more
to
people
pump
pay
up
attention
their energy level
to the
But
health.
after a while,
So
the entire
now we have the
society's
products
lifestyle change.
called decaffeinated
Now much more people pay attention
products
to
or
the health.
diet products.
So now we have the products
And
called
another
decaffeinated
examples in addition to this is
products.
we know
or
because of the health
diet
consciousness,
products.
there are quite a few, the health related
Another
products
examples in addition to
been
this is we know
regularly
because of the
introduced
health
into the
consciousness. There are
Okay.
quite a few,
Then
the health related new
the
products
last one here
have been
is the nature of product
regularly
life cycle.
introduced into
If
the
we look
market.
at the next slide,
Okay.
that's typical product
Then
life cycle shape.
The last one
The
here
Bear
is
shape
the nature of product life
sales
cycle. If
of
we look at the
products
next slide,
from
that's a
introduction
typical product life
and
cycle.
great growth,
shape.
and if
Bear
successful,
shape life cycle
then
is the
become
sales
mature,
for
stabilize,
products.
and
From
after
introduction
acquire
and great
start declining,
grow,
facing
and
out,
if
the
successful,
product replaced
then
by
become
something
mature,
else.
stabilize.
So
and after
this is a regular,
acquire, start
typical
declining, facing
product
out,
life cycle.
and the product
If a
replaced
company
by something else.
carry a
Okay.
product
So this is
successful
regular, typical
without
product
doing
life cycle.
anything else,
If a
then
company
when this
carry
successful new
a
product goes
successful
through its product life
without
cycle,
doing
then the
anything
companies
else,
also
then when
companies,
this successful new
product life
product
cycle will be
goes
identical to
through
this
its
successful new
product
successful
life
products,
cycle,
life cycle.
then the
Because
companies
nothing
also
else been
companies
been,
product
introduced.
life cycle will be identical to
And
this
that
successful
definitely
new
is not
successful
what the
products
regular
life cycle,
business
because
desire.
nothing else been
Business wanted to
been
grow.
introduced.
Product has to be introduced
And that
into
definitely
market
is not
constantly.
what the regular business
So now we understand
business
the
wanted
nature
to
of
grow.
product life
Product
cycles
has to be introduced
and all those
into the market
discussed above
constantly.
leads to
So now
the
we understand
new products.
the nature of product life
needed.
cycles, and
So
all those
This
discussed
show us
above
the new products
leads
are
to
important.
the new products
important.
and
needed.
So
Since
show
the new
us
products
the
so
new
important,
products
so we
are
need to take a
important.
closer look
New product
at
important.
nature of the new products.
and
what-
since the
how
new
much do you
product is so
think,
important, so we need to take a closer
it will
look
cost
at
to develop
nature of the new products.
new products in average.
How much do you think
It costs about
it
million
will
dollars.
cost to develop a new product?
$1 million
in average.
Some may be lower, some may be higher.
It costs about $1 million.
In your reading material on page 39,
$1 million.
table 2.7,
Some may be lower,
you can
some
find
may be higher.
more detailed information
In your
about
reading
this category.
material
But in
on
general,
page
it's
39,
about
table
several $1 million.
2.7, you can
Some
find
products will
more detailed
require
information
much more than that.
about
For
this
example,
category. But in
pharmaceutical
general,
industry,
it's about
to
several $1
develop
million.
a new
And
drug,
some
new medicine,
products will
it will
require
cost
much more than
$100
that. For
million
example,
also.
pharmaceutical industry to
So
develop
it's,
a new
quite,
drug,
a
new
substantial
medicine,
investment.
it will cost
And how about the
$100
time?
million.
How long
So,
would typically it will take?
so it's
to develop
quite
a new
a
product?
substantial investment.
It
And
will
how
take
about the
about
time?
a year or
How long
or
would
so.
typically it will
Okay.
take
to
develop a new product?
Some items may take
It will take about
a
a
year
year
and
or
less than 1
or
year.
so. Okay.
But some other items
again,
take more than 3
some
years.
items
Again,
may take
the
a few
pharmaceutical
and less than 1
industries
year.
to develop a
But
new
some other
medicine,
item take
new
more than
drug,
3 years.
would take
Again,
7 years to
pharmaceutical industries to develop a new medicine.
And how about the failure rates?
Would take 7
failure
years
rates
to 12
is
years.
high or low?
Okay,
Remember we talked about earlier in
and
this
how about the
class,
failure rates?
in this lecture?
Failure rates
Many
is high or
new
low?
products
Remember we
do
talked
not
about
even last
earlier
more
in
than
this
1
class,
year
in this
in the
lecture.
market. So failure rate
Many
is substantial.
new products
And
do not even
in
last
1980s,
more than
failure
1
rate
year
was
in
about
the market.
2/3.
So failure
And
rate
myself,
is substantially.
Yeah, my personal experience
And,
can confirm
in
that.
1980s,
I
failure
used
rate
to
was
be
about
involved in
2/3.
introducing 3
And myself,
new product into the
yeah,
market,
my personal experience
including
can
2 of
confirm
them.
that. I used to
receiving
be involved
the
in introducing 3
patent.
new product into the market.
However, those 2
including
receiving
2 of them
patents didn't make it.
receiving
And the last one, the third one,
patent.
Some money.
However, those
enough
2
money
receiving
to
patents
come back
didn't make
to
it.
graduate school.
And the last one, the third one,
How
met,
about
some money,
failure
enough
rate
money to support me to come
in
back
year 2000?
to graduate school.
Anyone has a
Yeah.
guess? It's
How
lower
about
than 1980s or
failure
higher
rate
than 1980s?
in year 2000s?
Okay.
Anyone
It's
has
higher.
a guess?
It's higher.
It's
Look
lower
at
than
this,
1980s
diagram
or
here.
higher than 1980s?
For one commercially successful new
Okay.
product,
It's higher.
would require
It's
4
higher.
major
Look at
developments.
this
Nice
diagram
significant
here.
development.
For
125
one
small
commercially
projects,
successful new
300
product
ideas
would
and
require 4 major
3,000
developments.
ideas.
Nice significant development.
Depend on how we,
125 small projects.
which base we
300
use. But
ideas
either way,
and the 3,000
understand
ideas.
depend on how we
successful rate
is
which
low
base we
and,
use.
but
Failure
either
rate
way is high.
You understand.
2000s typical
successful
failure
rate
is
is low
above
and
85 to 90
failure rate is
to
high.
90%.
In
Why is
2000s,
that?
typical
Your
the failure
reading,
rate is above
materials,
85 to
page
90
37 to
90%.
38, table 2.6.
Why is that?
List
In
11
your
of them.
reading
And we will discuss
materials,
a
page
few of them,
37
and
to
I
38, table
encourage you
2.6.
to
List
read through
11
the
of
rest
them.
right?
And we will discuss
First of all,
a few of them,
look at
and
this,
I encourage you to
comic.
read through the rest
from
of
the
them.
far side.
Right?
What do you see from
First
here?
of all, let's look at
What's
this.
the major problem for this kind of
comic.
product? The porcupine
It's from
on
the
a
far
stick.
side. What do you see from here?
Early business failure.
What's the major problem for this kind of product?
Cartoon
The porcupine
shows
on a
the
stick.
product
Okay, it's early
not
business
user
failure.
friendly. Look at these consumers
This cartoon
eating this,
shows
this
the product
porcupine on a stick.
is
Have a lot of
not user friendly.
problem on
these
his face, you
consumers.
can see. Yeah.
Eating
the
this,
user friendly
this
is one
porcupine
of the
on a
reasons.
stick.
Okay.
Have a lot of
illustrated by this
problem on
cartoon,
his
this
face. You
comic.
can see.
Now,
The
the
user
table
friendly
2.6,
is one of
as I mentioned,
Okay.
list
Yeah,
11 of them.
illustrated by
And
this
let's look at
cartoon.
a few
Now,
of them.
The
together.
table 2.6, as
First
I
one
mentioned,
is market
list
too small.
11 of them. And
Sometimes
let's
we
look at,
introduce
a
a new
few,
product into a
of
market
them
and
together.
not paying attention
First
to
one
the market
is
really,
market too small.
does not sustain.
Sometimes we introduce a
all
new
the
product
effort
into
you,
a market
and
and
you put in.
not paying
So
attention to
after
the market
after
really
you introduce the,
does not
the
sustain.
products,
all
then
the
you don't
effort
get
you,
the
you
reward
put in.
to even
So
recover your investment.
after you introduce the
and
the
safeguard
products,
for this is to define
then
and
you don't get
estimate
the
market potentials
reward to
early
even
on,
recover
also
your
as
investment.
accurate as possible.
And safeguard for this
Second
is
reason
to define
is
and
the
estimate
poor
market
match.
potentials
Means
early
what?
on,
Means
also as accurate
that
as possible.
a company's capability.
Second reason is the poor
Yeah.
match.
That's not
means
match
what?
with the
Means
market opportunity.
that a company's
example,
capabilities, that's not match
Budweiser
with
is
the
a very
market
successful
opportunity.
brewery.
For example,
But if Budweiser wanted to introduce new product in electronics
Budweiser
industry,
is very
then
successful.
it may not be
brewery.
it may not be
But if
successful.
Budweiser wanted to
right?
introduce
So
new product in
the safeguard
electronics
is
industry,
to match the opportunity
then
to
it
company's
may not be
capability
before
may
you
not be
even
successful.
think
about developing a new product.
So the safeguard
the
is
third one here
to
is
match the
the
opportunity
new
to
product
company's
is not
capability
really new
before
or
you
not
even
much
think
different
about developing a new
from the
product.
existing one.
The third one
So
here is
the
the
markets
new
do
product
not
is not really new
Experience
or not much different
significant
from the existing one.
or sensible.
So the markets do not
new benefit.
experience
They won't
repeat significant
response
or
to
sensible
our marketing effort for the new products.
new benefit.
And,
so
how
they
to
won't
deal with this?
repeat
We can
response
create
to
the new product
marketing
idea
effort
in a
for the new
creative way.
products. And
to generate
how to
new
deal with
product and
this
check
is
the
we can
consumers' perceptions
create
constantly.
the new product
in order
idea in
to
a creative
identify
way.
Those
To
that
generate
really,
new product and check
bring
the
in
consumers'
new
perceptions
benefit to
constantly.
the consumers.
In order to
Otherwise,
identify
it's
those
unlikely
that
to be
really
successful.
bring in
And this
new benefit
next
to
slide show you
consumers. Otherwise, it
four
won't.
more,
It's unlikely
including
to be successful.
no substantial
And
benefits,
this
which
next slide show you
similar to number 3,
4 more,
and the poor positioning, inadequate channel support,
substantial
or
benefit,
focusing
which
error.
we mentioned similar to the number
also
3.
it provides a
And
safeguard
the poor
for each of them.
positioning, inadequate
and the
channel
third
support, or
third
focusing
slide show
error.
the
Also,
other
it provides
4
safeguard
reasons
for each of them. And then the
so
third
total
one,
there are 11 reasons.
third
and
slide show
I encourage you to
the other
go through
4
these
reasons.
and
So total
read,
there are 11 reasons, and
textbooks carefully.
I encourage you
Get familiar
to
with each of these.
go through this and
Now,
read
this
the
example
textbooks carefully
shows
to get
this is
familiar
an
with each of
example.
these. Okay.
Showing a
Now,
failure new
this
product
example
once introduced
shows
into the market.
this is an example.
It's called Thirsty Dog and Thirsty
showing
Cat.
a failure new products.
Can you take a
once
look and
introduced into the
analyze and find out
It's called
the
Thirsty
reason
Dog
why
and
this
Thirsty
product
Cat.
failed?
Can you take a look and analyze
thought.
and find out the reason why this product failed?
Some of you may say it's
Give some thought.
because there's no real
Some of
market.
you may
Think
say
about how many of you
it's
really wanted
because
to think about is
there's
that you
no
need to buy
real market.
the
Think
water
about how
for
many of
your
you
dog or
really
for your
wanted
cat.
to think about is that you
Right?
need to buy
ask yourself
the
you would or
water
ask some
for
people
your dog
around
or
you.
for your cat.
You would quickly find out
Right?
the major reason.
Ask yourself.
Okay.
You
So
would
market
or
is
ask
not
some
really
people
exist.
around you. You would quickly find out
Then-
the major reason here.
So failure rate was like
So
this.
market is
and
not
the
really
reason for
exist.
failure was like those listed.
Then so
next
failure
one
rate
is,
was like
that
this.
shows,
And the
look,
reason for failure was
since
like
it costs
those
this
listed.
much
Then next one is that shows
resources.
Look,
okay, the
since
dollar
it
amount
costs
and
this
it
much
takes such a long time, and also the failure rate is
resources
so high.
Okay, the dollar amount.
Therefore, effective
and
new product
it takes such a long
management is
time,
necessary.
and also the failure rate is so high.
And different
Therefore, effective
strategies
new
are
product
available
management is necessary.
to develop a new product.
And
Let's look at the following
different strategies
slides.
are available to
First of
develop
all,
a new product.
you can see
Let's
over
look
the
at
time.
the following slides.
There are many different
First of all, you can see
conferences or
over the
workshop.
time.
Offer
There are many
talk
different
about the new product strategy.
conferences
in
or
order to increase the
workshops
successful rate
offer
of the new
to talk
products.
about the new product strategy.
And
in order to
this was,
increase the successful rate
1998,
of the new
although
products.
quite some time ago.
And
look at
this was
that's the
1998
new product conference
although
and
quite
the
some time
Edison
ago.
exposition.
Look at
That's Thomas Edison's
that's
new
the
products.
new product conference
Exposition.
and the Edison
And,
exposition.
the
Thomas
such
Edison's
figures
new products
like those three
exposition.
listed here,
And,
including Quaker State Corporation.
There
Such
were these
figures
like
speakers
those three
to,
listed here, including
develop
Quaker State
peoples
Corporation.
about
There
how
were
to
these
develop
speakers
successful
to,
new products. And this was
peoples
sponsored by American
about
Marketing
how
Association,
to develop a
the
successful
leading
new product.
association in the United
And
States.
this was
even
sponsored by
worldwide
American Marketing
in marketing
Association.
area. And
The
the
leading
third one
association
showed
in
the
the United
marketing
States
and the product
worldwide
management seminars.
in market area.
This was
And
by
the third one showed
American
the marketing
Management
and the
Association.
product management seminars.
And
This was by American
one
Management
more
Association.
is the new product development
And
course offer
one more
University of
is the
Chicago.
new product development
every year
course
actually
offer at the University of
many
Chicago.
schools such as
And every year
the prominent
actually
one like University of Chicago, they have
many
such kind of
schools
courses offer
such as
to
help the prominent one like University of Chicago. They have such kind of courses
in order
offer
to be able to
help
introduce new
individual
products, develop new
in order-
products successfully.
in order to be able to
So,
introduce
how-
new products.
now,
develop
what are
new
some
products
alternative
successfully.
product development strategy?
So, how now?
Okay.
What are some
There are
alternative
two major types. One
product
is called
development strategy?
proactive. The other we'll
There are
discuss
two
later.
major types. One is
Proactive
called
is the one
proactive.
focusing
The
on
other
doing
we'll discuss
research
later.
and development.
Proactive is the
Also
one
using
focusing
marketing concept
on doing
to survey
research and
the
development.
needs and wants
Also
and the
using
change
marketing
and the
concept
trends from
to
the market.
survey the needs
also
and wants
with the
and the
entrepreneur's
change and the trends
mentality
from the market,
to take the risk
and also
and
with
introduce
the
new
entrepreneur's
products.
mentality
Sometimes they
to
acquire
take the risk
from external
and introduce the new products.
institutions
Sometimes
or
they
sources
acquire
to get
from
the new
external
product idea. These are typical
institution or
characteristics
sources
of
to get the new
proactive
product idea.
new product development
These are
strategy.
typical
And then
characteristics
next
of
type, the
proactive
second type is
new product development strategy.
Unlike proactive,
And then
reactive
next type,
tends
the
to
second
be
type is reactive.
reacting to what happens
Unlike
in the market.
proactive, reactives
When
tends to be reacting to what
Some
happens in the
competitors introduce new products
When the
and attack
some
your
competitors
company's,
introduce new products,
market. Then you
and
start
attack
reacting to it.
your company's
This we call reactive
market. Then
strategy.
you start
Oftentimes
reacting to
you
it.
adopt defensive.
This we call reactive.
You defend
strategy.
from being attacked.
And oftentimes
Or
it
imitate.
adopt defensive.
Your
You
competitors
defend from
new
being
products.
attacked.
Okay.
Or imitate.
So oftentimes
your
reactive
competitors
one
new
can be
products.
successful if
So
although you are
oftentimes
lag behind
reactive
from
one
your
can be
competitor,
successful
you
if
become the second or
although
even third
you are lag behind
players
from
in the
your
market. But
competitor,
if you can
become the
improve your
second
product,
or
make
even
it better,
third,
then you still have a chance
players in the market.
to
But
be successful,
if you can
at least
improve
in
your product,
own,
make it better, then you
to
still have a
achieve your own
chance
goal. Okay.
to be successful
And,
at least in
that's
your own
responsive
to achieve your own goal.
strategy.
Okay. And that's responsive.
After we have talked about this,
strategy.
we need to understand some advantages.
After we have talked about this,
too.
we need to understand
The
some
proactive
advantage and
has the
disadvantage
advantage to benefit
the proactive
pioneers'
strategies
reward,
has the advantage to
which
benefit
means
the
being
pioneers'
first
reward,
marketers of the kind of product, in the
which
market.
means being
there
the
are
first
some potential
marketers of the kind of product in the market. There are
benefit
some
okay,
potential
that,
substantial
company can
benefit.
gain. We call this, for
benefit.
example,
Okay,
you can charge higher
that,
price, or
company
you can
can
have
gain. We call this, for
more,
example,
higher
you can charge
market
higher
share.
price,
Those
or
are
you
some
can have
example of the
overall
reward
more
that,
higher
one
market
can
share.
gain by being
Those
the
are some
first
example
in
of
the market.
reward.
On the other hand,
One can gain
the
by
reactive
being the
strategies
first in the
benefit
market.
from not
On the other
spending
hand,
too much. So much
the reactive
R&D.
strategies
So R&D cost can be
benefit from
reduced. Why?
not
Because
spending too
proactive
much,
one did R&D
so much
and reactive
R&D,
one
so
did
R&D
different
cost
than.
can be reduced. Why? Because
Then the
proactive
second one
did
is
R&D and
for
reactive one
proactive
limited from
strategy, using proactive
Then the
strategy
second
is
one
easier
is
to achieve economy
for
of scale.
proactive strategy.
Because
Using
if
proactive
you are
strategy is easier
the first
to
one
achieve
into the
economy
market,
of scale.
then
Because
the
if you are
likelihood you will
the first one into the
secure
market,
certain
then
volume of the sales,
the likelihood
hence the production
you will
volume.
secure
And,
certain
due to that, higher
volume of the sales,
production volume,
hence the production
and
volume.
you will get an
and
economy of
due
scale,
to that, higher volume,
and which leads to
production
lower
volume,
the unit cost.
you will get the economy of
On the other hand,
scale,
reactive ones
and which leads
will
to
have
lower
lower
the
risk.
unit cost.
Because if the first
On the other hand, reactive
mover,
ones
first the pioneers
will have lower risk.
products has
Because
some
if
problem.
the
reactive
first mover,
companies
the pioneers,
can
products
avoid
has some problem,
doing
reactive
the same problem.
companies
Can avoid experiencing the
avoid
same similar product.
doing
so
the
risk
same problem
can be
to
reduced.
can avoid experiencing
And however,
similar product.
between these two,
so
we know the proactive strategies provide the
And however,
incentive
between
the
these two,
locomotives
we know
for
the
innovation,
proactive strategies
because we
provide
focus
the
on innovation,
incentive,
right,
the
R&D,
locomotives
and
for
not
innovation,
only in
because
technology
we
but
focus
also
on
marketing,
innovating,
right, to
R&D,
identify some
and
innovative
not only in technology
products
but also
that
marketing,
are desired by the
to identify
in the
some
market,
innovative
and then
products
make the effort to
that are desired by the
make it
in the
happen.
market.
So
And
therefore,
then make the effort to
focus
to,
on such
make
proactive
it
strategy. in
So
our,
therefore, we
course.
focus
Okay.
on such proactive strategy in our course. Okay.
Xerox companies has an example which can show us that how new
Xerox
product
companies
developments are important
has an
for the
example
success
which can show
of,
us
corporate
that
like
how new product
Xerox.
developments are important for the
So let's
success
look at next slide.
of corporate like
This was
Xerox.
a slide showing the
So let's look at next slide.
Xerox went through
This was
a time of
a
difficulty,
slide showing
and the new
Xerox
CEO
went through a
then,
time of difficulty,
met
and the new
several
CEO
important decision.
made
And let's look at each of them.
several
And
important
how
decision.
product development,
Let's look at each of
ingredient
them
was included.
to see how
First of all,
product development
Xerox
ingredient was
emphasized
included.
on document
First of all,
processing.
Xerox
Remember
emphasized
Xerox
on document
famous
processing.
in
Remember Xerox
document
is famous
duplication.
in
and at one
document
time it was
duplication.
fan out
and
to
at
involve
one time
into
it was
quite a few
spin,
different
fan out
industry,
to involve
including
into
computer
quite a
industry.
few different
But,
industry,
wasn't
including
quite successful.
computer industry.
So Xerox suffered the entire
But,
corporate
wasn't quite
suffered
successful.
from some business
So
difficulty.
Xerox suffered
And
the entire corporate
then
suffered from
this,
some
new
business
CEO
difficulty.
re-emphasized
And
on its core
then
competence.
This
which
new
is-
CEO
which is
re-emphasized on
document
its
processing.
core
Some
competence,
of you may have
which is
may
the
have,
document processing.
remember.
Some of you may
remember
have
that Xerox
remember that Xerox
even they have
copy machine.
one series called DocuTech.
Even they have
DocuTech.
the
It's
one
talk
series
about
called
how they can process document.
DocuTech.
DocuTech.
It's talk about
in
how
high
they can
speed
process document,
much better quality.
in high speed, much better quality.
Copy service outlet like King
copy service outlet like Kinko.
DocuTech.
Those used to
copiers.
use Xerox over DocuTech
many years.
copiers.
Now they emphasize
over
on new digital
many
imaging
years,
system
okay?
to build on the strong position.
They
of copiers
emphasize
and
on new
printer.
digital imaging
That's
system
one.
to build on the strong
And
position
also
of
they
copiers
recruit
and printer.
the new blood.
That's one.
7 key
And
executive
also
hire
they
outside
recruit
from
the
outside
new
of
blood.
Xerox, including
7 key executive
product
hire
development
outside
chief
from outside of
from
Xerox,
IBM.
including a product development chief.
And then
chief
also they
from
unify
IBM.
the marketing to help
Okay.
sale
And
complete
then
systems.
also they unify
6
the marketing
marketing
arms
arms report
sale
to
complete
one
systems.
executive.
6
so
marketing
unify
arms
the marketing
report to one
the marketing
executive. Unify the marketing
function and organization. And the fourth one is
function and organization.
They introduce a
And
better product planning.
The fourth
system.
one is
marketing and
they
product
introduce
development
a
groups.
better product planning system.
Corporate
Marketing
through
and
monthly
product
meetings,
development groups
such that they can
corporate
develop new
through
products
monthly meetings
much closer to what
such that they can develop new products
desiring
much closer
wanted.
to what market
Also enhance the feedback.
desiring wanted.
They pour the
Also
40,000
enhance the feedback.
customers
They
each month
pour the
and
40,000
realize what they
customers
need
each month
about the products and the quality
to
of the
realize
services.
what they need about the products
So,
and the quality of their
From
services.
above, we understand
So
that
from above, we understand
quite
that
the
the
Xerox example show that many
quite a
the
Xerox example
involved
show
new
that
products.
many
new product
aspects
development
involve new products.
So new product was
product
quite an
development, new product
important factors for the
So new product was quite an
re-engineering of
important
Xerox.
factors for the
now this
re-engineering of
this
Xerox.
next slide
Okay,
show
now,
the reason for
this-
new product success. We talk
This
about the
next slide
reason
show the
for new
reason
product,
for new product
failure.
success. We talk
Now,
about the
new
reason
product
for
success.
new product
among them,
failure.
as we can
Now,
see,
the
almost
new product
90%
success. Among them, as we
respondent
can
or
see,
people
almost
ask why
90%
new product was
of the
successful
respondent or people
their own
ask
experience.
why new product
almost
was
90%
successful
of them mentioned that
in their
product
own
fit
experience.
marketing. Think about
Almost
this,
90%
so
of them
important.
mention that product fit marketing is
consistent
think about
with the
this is so
marketing,
important. It's
a philosophy,
consistent with the marketing.
right? It's we
A
begin with
philosophy, marketing
surveying
concept,
market
right?
needs and wants.
It's
Then
we
develop
begin
more
with
new
surveying
product
markets
to
needs and
certify
wants.
it.
Then develop
Product fit with
new product
company's
to certify
internal strengths.
Okay. Product fit
Definitely.
with
If your
company's
company doesn't
internal
have
strengths.
that kind of
Definitely.
ability, then
If your company doesn't have
developing
that kind of
new product in
ability,
in the areas
then,
outside your
developing
ability,
new product
would
in
have
the
very slim
areas
chance to be
outside your
successful,
ability,
right?
would
And
have very
technological
slim chance to be
superiority of the
successful.
products have
Right?
It's
And
mentioned the third
technological
one.
superiority of the products have it's
nowadays
mentioned the third
is
one.
the,
Okay. Nowadays
accelerating of the new technology being
accelerating
introduced
of
into
the
the entire society.
new technology being introduced
Technology
into
become a buzzword,
the
and we
entire
all know
society.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good. So
technology
those
become
are
a buzzword, and we all
some
know that.
example of
Okay.
the
Good.
reason
So
for
those
new
are
product success.
some example of
There are
the
also
reason
examples
for
of
new
simultaneous
product
success and failure.
Okay. There are also examples
means,
of simultaneous
there are
success and
cases
failure.
can be
Which
considered
means,
successful
there
in
are
one
cases.
aspect, yet
It can be
failure
considered
on
successful
other
in
aspect.
one
Let's look at
aspect,
the following
yet failure on
example.
other aspect.
First
Let's
one,
look at the
Ford
following,
Taurus. Ford
example.
Taurus was
First one, Ford
commercially
Taurus.
successful.
Ford Taurus
It was the re-engineering of
commercially
Ford's
successful.
automobiles.
It was the re-engineering
after
of Ford's
suffering
automobiles.
suffering from
After
the low
suffering
reliability
after
of
Ford
its,
suffering from
the
low
product,
reliability of its
to the point people joking about
product.
Ford as a fun
To the
and
point
road
people
dead.
joking about
low
Ford
reliability. I
as a
myself
fun
have
and road dead.
had some
low
negative
reliability.
experience.
I myself
using,
had
the products
had
before,
some
long time
negative
ago when I was
experience
a PhD
using,
student.
the
Anyway,
products before
Ford
long time ago
Taurus
when I was a PhD student
was
anyway,
one major
Ford
re-engineering
Taurus
that
was
Ford
one
used
major re-engineering
combat
that Ford
with
used
those
to
import car like
combat
Toyota,
with those import car like
and Honda and
Toyota
and so on.
and
it was
Honda
quite
and
successful
Mazda
because
and
it
so on.
provide
And it was
much
quite
improved
successful because
product quality,
provide much
while
improved
offer
product
the
quality
products in
while
substantial
offer
low price,
the
lower
products
price
in
than the competition.
substantial in a
So
low price,
it was
lower
one
price
of the most
than the competition.
successful.
So it was
car
one of the
models
most
in the Ford,
successful car models
sales history
in the Ford,
at least in last 2-3 decades.
Sales
However,
histories, at least in
it
last
suffered from
2-3
technical
decades.
failure.
However,
The
it suffered from technical
transmissions
failure.
was
The
was
transmissions
designed with certain inherent
was
problem. So
was
transmissions
designed with certain
typically
inherent problem.
become
So
defective after
transmissions
used for 3
typically
years.
become defective
And,
after used
to
for
the
3
point
years.
Ford has to recall
And
those
to the
automobile
point
and
Ford
replace
has to
and fix the
recall
problem.
those automobiles.
Second
and
example
replace
was
and fix the
is
problem.
Xerox mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second
Perhaps
example was
some of
is
you
Xerox
know,
mouse.
and some of you may not be so
Perhaps
clear.
some of
about
you
this.
know, and
The
some
mouse
of you may not
that
be
now
so
we are using
clear about
for
this.
almost
The mouse
every
that now
computer
we are using for
was not
almost
introduced by
every
Apple,
computer
by IBM,
was not introduced
by Microsoft.
Apple,
no,
by
it
IBM,
was,
or by
was not
Microsoft.
invented. Okay,
No,
let me take it back.
it was
invented.
was not
by
invented.
Xerox.
Okay, let me take it back.
Palo Alto.
It was invented
Remember the Xerox
by
example
Xerox.
we just
at
mentioned
Palo
about.
Alto. Remember the
short while
Xerox
ago?
example
Yeah,
we
Xerox
just mentioned
suffered
about
from
short while
inability
ago?
to get its
Xerox suffered
diversification,
from inability to get its
working for
diversification,
the corporate. Okay,
working for
being
the corporate,
involved or entering into computer industry
involved or entering
wasn't
into
quite successful.
computer
Although
industry,
Xerox
but
was capable,
wasn't quite
technically.
successful. Although
They
Xerox
invented
was capable
the mouse,
technically,
but they didn't know what to do with it.
invented
Okay,
the mouse.
so it was a technical
But
successful.
they didn't know what to
but
do
They
with
didn't
it.
know what to do with
Okay.
it.
So it was a
Until
technical successful, but
Apple
they didn't know
acquired
what to do with it
this
until
technology and
Apple
use it
acquired
with Apple
this
computer.
technology.
So now,
and use it
even
with
PC,
Apple computer.
right? The different system
So
from
now,
Apple
even PC
has
right a
every
different
computer
system
has a
from
mouse.
Apple. Okay.
So Xerox
has every
mouse
computer
was
has a
a
mouse.
example
So
of technical
Xerox
success
mouse was
but
a
financially
example of technical
financially
success,
failure
but
because
financially
Xerox did not
financially
commercialize it by
failed
itself.
because Xerox did not
The
commercialize.
third one is Kodak's
itself.
instant picture.
The
we all know
third one is
Kodak
Kodak's
is a
instant picture.
Giant in the,
We all know Kodak is the giant in the
not camera per se, but the film, right? They also have
not
different
camera
kind of
per se, but
anyway,
the film,
it's the,
right? They also have different kind
photo
of camera.
industry.
But anyway, it's the
Kodak's
photo industry.
Introduce its instant
Kodak's
picture
introduce
products.
its
to compare
instant
with,
picture
Polaroid.
products.
Technically
to
and
compare with,
commercially,
Polaroid.
were both successful. However,
Technically and commercially,
unfortunately,
were both successful.
infringed
However,
with
unfortunately,
some
it
infringed
infringed
that
with
Polaroid,
some
its major competitor in this kind
patent
of products.
that Polaroid is major
that
competitor in
Polaroid
this kind of
holds.
products.
So finally,
Polaroid
Polaroid
sued
code, and
so finally Polo
sued
Kodak, and
Kodak has to pay
some
about $900 million.
Kodak has to pay about $900 million.
I don't know how many of you remember
to
your
Polaroid.
parents or grandparents used
I don't know
to
how many of
use
you remember
the Polaroid is
parents or
instant pictures
grandparents used
to
to
take
use,
picture, right? Just
the Polaroid
after
is
snap,
instant pictures
the camera,
to take picture, right?
then
Just
something
after
will,
snap,
the picture will come
camera,
out, and
then
after a few
something
minutes,
will, the picture will come out,
you have the picture.
after a few
that
minutes,
was
you will develop
something very
you have the picture.
important.
Yeah, that was
in those days.
Very
Nowadays
important
we have, digital
in
cameras.
those days.
Nowadays
we have
no
digital
longer
camera, so
significant.
all these
But during the time the
no
case
longer
happened, it was
significant.
Kodak's
But
case,
during the time the case happened,
example was a
it
technical
Kodak's
commercial
case,
success.
This example
yet
was a technical
financially
commercial success, yet financially failure.
Now let's look at the
Okay.
right degree
Now,
of
let's
newness
look at
for
the
new products and innovation.
degree of newness
This
for new products and
Table
innovation.
show that
This
degree
table
of
show
innovation or newness
degree
is a spectrum.
of innovation or
From
newness
the left hand side
is
is
a
continuous
spectrum.
innovation.
From the
Slight
left hand side is
innovation.
continuous innovation,
And
slight
gradually
innovation.
more innovation,
and
here
gradually
right hand side is
more innovation.
completely new.
And here
Okay,
the
or
right hand side
discontinuous
is
innovation.
completely new.
So
or discontinuous.
we classify
innovation.
them into four categories. Some
we classify them into
classify
four
them into
categories. Some
three. Doesn't
textbooks classify
The
them
key
into
points here is
three. Doesn't matter.
the left hand
The key
side
points here is
usually
the
is
left hand
involved
side
in introducing new
usually
flavor, new size,
is
new
involved
packaging
in introducing
of
new
existing
flavor,
products.
new
We
size,
call
new
that
packaging
line
of
extension.
existing products.
Okay.
We call that
Then
line extension.
We can have some
Okay.
minor
Then
modification of the
we
product.
can have
such as
some
every
minor
year
modification of the
there
product,
are new
such
models
as
in
every
auto
year there
industry.
are new models in auto
they are
industry.
modified.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are
Minorly.
modified
And to achieve its
minorly.
reason, its goal,
and
for new
to
car
achieve
models
its
being put
reason,
in the,
its goal
in the
for
market.
new car models
or
being
new
put in the,
fashions, or
in the market.
improved versions of
or
any
new fashions
existing one.
or improved
belongs to this
versions of
category.
any existing
Then
one.
Toward the
belongs
left
to this
hand,
category.
the right hand side,
Then
we have
toward
also
the left hand,
the
the
third
right
one
hand
is
side,
major product
we have
modification.
also
For example,
the third one is a
the
major
first
product
time when
modification.
compact
For
car
example,
was introduced
the
into
first
market,
time
they're
when
considered to be
compact
this
car
type.
was introduced
Although
into the market,
technology-wise
they're
they
considered
were
to be
all
this type. Although
nothing
technology-wise they
new
were
than,
all
whatever
nothing
had happened. But
new
the
than,
compact concept
whatever had
was
happened.
new.
But the compact
due
concept
to
was new.
many factors, including
due to
the pressure from
many factors, including the pressure from
the energy crisis and so on. So compact
energy
cars
crisis
become
and so on.
necessary
So compact cars
and was
become
introduced during the time.
necessary
And
and
also
was
another
introduced
example is color
during the
TV.
time.
After black
And
and
also
white,
another
color
example
TV.
is color
Okay.
TV. After
And
black and white,
most
color
of the
TV. Okay.
aspects
most
are
of the,
similar, except they have been on this new technology
aspects are similar,
incorporated.
except they have been on this new technology
Then
being
The
incorporated.
right hand side, the fourth category is new
Then
technology. which
the
is,
right
for
hand
example,
side, the fourth
invention
category
of
is new
computer.
technology,
Yeah.
which is, for example,
That's a
invention
breakthrough.
of computer.
Or the introduction
That's a
of jet
breakthrough.
and
Okay.
jet,
Or
jet,
the introduction
plane.
of jet and
Yeah.
jet
compared
jet,
with the
plane.
propellers, or the introduction
compare
of
with
DVD,
the propellers,
compare with
or the introduction of DVD,
VCR,
compare with
those we call
VCR.
some example
Okay.
of
Those
discontinue.
we call
new
some
technology
example of
in
discontinue.
Okay,
New
and
technology.
in here
in
also we can
use.
see
Okay.
that
And
that
in here also
the
we can
continuous
see
innovations
that
on the left hand side
that
require
the continuous innovations
little
on the left hand
consumer
side require
and gradually the
little
level of
consumer
consumer learning
learning
increase.
and gradually
toward
the
the
level
right-hand
of
side.
consumer learning increase.
So what
toward
does this
the right-hand side.
means? What kind of implication to
So
market?
what does this mean?
So which means
what kind of implication
marketers,
to market?
if introducing
So which
discontinuous
means
innovation, new
marketers,
technology,
if
or major
introducing
product modification,
discontinuous innovation,
also
new
require
technology,
to
or major
educate
product modification,
the
would
target
also
customers
require to
about what we
educate
have to offer.
the
In
target
order
customers
that they can
about
start,
what we have to offer,
appreciating
in order that they
and,
can start
experiencing
appreciating
the benefits
and
that our new
experiencing
products provide.
the benefits that our new products provide.
And project strategy types,
And
according to
project
these,
strategy
we can
types,
classify them
according to
into,
these, we can classify them into
the 3x3 category
into the
based
3
on
by
the
3
two
category.
factors. One is
Based
how
on
new
the two
the newness to
one
market,
is how new
and the newness to company.
the newness to market, and the newness to
the
company.
new product is not
If,
that new to
the
companies,
new product
also
is not that new to
new
companies.
to the market.
Also
That's on
that
the lower
that
left
new
corners.
to the market.
We call
That's on
typically
the lower
just,
left corners.
some
We call
change
typically
to
is just
reduce the cost.
some
Okay.
change
And
to
if it
reduce
is
the
moderately
cost.
new to the company,
And if it is
markets
moderately
are
new
familiar
to the
with it,
company,
we call that the
and markets are
improvements.
familiar with it.
If
we
it
call
is
that the
very
improvements.
new to the company,
If it is very
but
new
not
to the company,
but familiar to
what
the
you mean,
market,
but not
means this
but
is a new
familiar
product
to
line
the
for the
market,
company.
means
So,
this is a new
although
product line for the
other
company.
competitor may have
So,
been in this
although
business,
other competitor may have
for
been
our
in
companies,
this
this is
business,
a new. We
but
add a new product
for our
line
companies, this is a
Okay.
new. We add a new
Yeah.
product
So
line
similarly
into
to
it.
repositioning and
Yeah.
aiding.
So
to
similarly
the
to
existing line,
repositioning
while
and aiding
last
to
one
the existing
on the
line, while
upper
last
right
one
hand
on
corner,
the,
when the
upper
new product
right-hand
is
corner,
very new, both
when
for
the new
the
product
company and
is
for
very
market,
new,
we call
both
that new
for
to
the
the
company
world.
and for market.
Can you give some
we call that
example?
new to the world.
Yeah.
Can you give some example?
Yeah, like
you
iPhone,
know, those,
for example, right? Yeah,
like
you know,
iPhone,
those, for
flat
example,
panel,
right?
Yeah, like those
TV,
flat panel,
okay, gradually used in
TV,
in the household.
okay, gradually
Those are
used
some
in
example.
the household.
Right?
Yeah, those are some examples.
Any questions so
Right?
far? If not,
Any
this
questions
is
so
the-
far?
we-
If not,
this is
the
end up, our
this is
fourth
the
lecture.
end up, our fourth lecture.